So, what did you think about about the study of the Issabelle and Jennie and the two the differences in them? Initially we think, okay, well maybe we're comparing apples to apples, but it doesn't take us long to see that we're not. We're really comparing apples and oranges, because the one thing that Issabelle had that Jennie did not was a mother. Though her mother wasn't functional as far as being able to hear or being able to teach her language and speak, they did communicate. There was some type of relationship that was formed there between Issabelle and her mom. And Jennie didn't fare so well. She had no one. There was no place and no way for her to build any kind of places of association or neural connectedness within her brain. She simply sat there tied to a potty chair her whole entire life. Now, again, what is so significant about those two studies is, first of all, it helps us to divide nature from nurture. And the reality is, no one would, in their right mind, have a child, donate it to science, and say, okay, let's just lay it on the floor and see what it does. See if it naturally crawls over to get food, or nobody would do that. So when there are situations like this that are kind of unique and novel, yes, sociologists race to it to see what has the brain learned. Remember, sociology says everything that we do is learned, all the way down to the simplest task, like being private when you go to the bathroom. So even something as simple and basic as that, poor little Jennie could not. She couldn't do it. Somewhere between 6 and 13, there's a place where we're unable to be socialized. We know that. Or somewhere between birth and 13, we're unable to be socialized. And then we go back to skills and die, and we look at the importance of 2.5 years, and that's the only difference. 2.5 years of living with these quote childlike adults, and it made all the difference in the world. So incredibly important today. If we see children, and how are they being babysat? Well, mom usually gives them this thing right here and says, hey, sit and play with that, or video games, or watching television. This is not stimulation, okay? It's not. Or it's not healthy stimulation. It's not stimulation that helps build a relationship. So some super important things we can learn, and how we really tend to dismiss interaction of these little human beings at that particular age. Oh, children are so resilient. They'll bounce back. They do, but it doesn't mean that there's still not a scar left there that needs to be addressed at some point in time in their life. But again, foundational research that says, from a sociological perspective, everything we do is learned. Literally everything. So we'll talk later, and we'll chat a little bit more, continue on into the PowerPoints and listening to everything, but I just wanted to stress the importance of these four studies. All right?